Hi everyone. I had made a video or how I did this face, and it took me a little bit over an hour to do it. And then when I went to look at it, I had done the whole thing sideways, so I had to scrap it. Sure did. So anyways, this is face number 2 for my 29 days. And I had decided to redo a face that I had done in this book. I didn't like the way she looked, so I painted her whole face with the skin tone. And then I went over it with a reddish brown watercolor pencil to give me some lines. So I'm going to paint this, and hopefully this video will turn out all right. Let me adjust the camera here. Hopefully while I'm doing this, it's not going to totally mess up. Okay, I'm going to lift it up a little bit. There we go. Just want you to see the whole picture. I think right there looks good. Yeah, there we go. All right, so what I did here, this was a kind of a fussy background, and I decided to paint a face over it because I wanted the background to show through, and it ended up being kind of just gnarly looking. Was not crazy about it at all. So what I did here, this is watercolor pencil, which is this one right here, Art Grip Aquarelle by Faber-Castell. And I just sketched her eyes and nose and mouth and redid everything. So I'm going to continue. I'm going to finish this, and hopefully it's been a few hours since I did this, so I was waiting for all this to dry, and my paint's still wet. Yay. Alright, so first things first, I'm going to paint her eyeballs. And this is the part I wish I knew how to speed up and put some music on, but I don't know how to do that, and I just don't want to take the time to learn. I'd rather be painting or drawing, anything but learning the technical part of this video making thing, right? Okay, there's one eyeball, and this one looks like this eyeball's a little bit bigger than that one. So I'm gonna try to get it even. I'm gonna have to stand up. Let's see, yeah, this was definitely bigger than that one. So I'm watching the video here, and it looks like I'm in the right position. I don't know how the other one got turned around, because I did check it several times. Maybe it's all the moving around I had to do with it. Okay. I think this one, just trying to get the shape of these eyes as similar to each other as possible. That hasn't always happened. I think this one's still smaller than that. I mean, bigger than that one. So I'm going to go down a little bit more. Now I always start with the eyeballs because they're inside her face. So I'm going to paint around her. I don't want to paint around her and then do the eyeballs last because that's just my way. Let's see, I have some navy blue right here. And that would be this one. Navy blue by Filbert. And I'm going to mix it a little bit with some white. Just to get a lighter blue color. And I'm going to do her iris. Oop, shaking it up, shaking it up. Okay, I'll do this one. Now, I'm not going for super realism here. I don't even try for that because I'm not that good. And when you try doing something that looks very realistic and it doesn't come out realistic, it looks even worse. That's why I don't do landscapes. Maybe an abstract landscape, but I can't handle realistic landscapes. All right. Now I'm going to put another coat of this flesh tone to cover up some of those splotchy colors. And what I've been using is Filbert Skin Tone. Number 949. And this Filbert paint's a little bit on the thick side, but that's okay. I'm going to use an angle brush here. This is an old brush, but still good. And just put another coat of this. Start with the forehead. And try to do some contour makeup here. One of the best ways to learn how to do skin tones and faces, I like to watch drag queen makeup tutorials, because for a man to look more like a woman, they sculpt really their face in color. And when you try to paint a picture using that technique, it actually works. Like here we're going to put the highlight right here in the middle. I definitely need better lighting. And I have a little bit of, I thought I had some, I guess I don't. I like to use this Faux Finish Glaze. And it helps the paint spread out easier and stay wet a little bit longer. And then I'm going to go with this burnt sienna. Come on, burnt sienna. You can't see my palette here, but I'm going to put it right here so you can see. And I'm going to pick up some of this burnt sienna and start running it around the edge of her face and underneath her hairline. Just a smooth line. And then dip it in a little bit of that gloss, that gel medium. Now I use this. This is by Ceramco. This Faux Finish Glaze. Okay. You can get this in a fancier thing by Liquitex, or probably Golden has it also. And I'm sure it's super expensive, but I like to keep things on the cheap, at least for my journals. And while I'm doing this, to give it a faded, more fade look, I go back and dip my brush and more in that flesh tone and just kind of mix it. And go around the edges of her face where the shadows would be. Pick up some more of this. And this is what takes the longest. It's getting these skin tones down right. I'm getting better at it every time. Every time I do something, I get better at it, you know. Practice makes perfect. I'm not too worried about going over the hairline because the hair is going to be the last thing I do. And splotchiness. And add some more white here. Oh, and some of the brown got mixed in there. Now the problem with acrylics, you can't keep painting and painting over the same spot too long because it starts to get gummy. Okay, so far I like that, and I'm going to move this out the way. Now you saw what I have here, a little palette, and I have, this is the equivalence of artist colors would be burnt sienna, yellow ochre, and then I have a navy blue, which you could go with any blue, any dark blue would be fine, white, and some red. And that's really your main colors. Your you know, on the color wheel it would be your red, blue, and yellow. And that's what you need really, red, blue, and yellow. But this case, my foundation is a skin tone, and I'm going to darken it with the burnt sienna. And you could probably use a burnt umber too. it depends on the race of the person too that you're doing. The Bird Sienna has more red in it, and it has a more, I don't know, peachier complexion maybe. You do all races pretty much the same. You find your skin tone that you believe you want to stick with. This is kind of a dark skin tone. I have some that are lighter. You know, each manufacturer makes his own skin tone, and it's always going to be a light peachy color. But maybe my next one, I'll do a black girl and show you what I mean. It's the same process. You just go with a little bit with more browns than the peaches. Oh, I picked up some. Okay. By now, if you've been watching my videos, you know I don't edit. Like I said, I just don't want to waste my time editing. This is really causing a shadow. Let me see if I can fix this. I need better lighting. I need a better table. I need a better... Okay. I don't know if that's good or not. A little bit more this way. Right there. When I look back on the videos that I taped, they look pretty good. They look all right as far as lighting and all that. On my TV, what doesn't look good is when I do a live. For some reason, the quality is more pixelated. The quality is not there, and I'm thinking because it's like a quick. It's a quick I don't know, upload to the computer, so it doesn't use as much memory. Where when I do a video and then upload it to the computer, it takes about 12 hours for it to really load up. Especially one of these, which they run about an hour long. But they're more, the quality's there is better. Okay, so her cheeks right here, going down to her mouth, or to the tip of her nose right there, it's darker. This part is darker. This part is darker. Yeah, I definitely need to get a light. I have some more lights somewhere. And it's late at night. It's 11:49 here right now. Sometimes I get the urge to art late at night. This part right on underneath the eye should be a little bit lighter. This is the high part of the cheek. So you should be getting more light going in this direction. And if you watch the makeup tutorials, you see these triangles, like right there. See? And this pencil drawing that I have is watercolor pencil. So as I'm painting over it, it will wash off. And because it's a brown color, it's not gonna streak and mess with paint. And this paper had a lot of paint on it already. Okay. And top of her mouth right here, the mustache area. And around her mouth. And her chin. Her chin is also lighter. Chin's lighter. Sides of her mouth are lighter right here. Right here. The tip of her nose, she has a little light spot right there on the tip of her nose. Not on the bottom part now. It's like you have to have a little shadow there. And then down the bridge, you have some more light colors all up in here. I've been painting all my life since I was 13. Yes, since I was 13, I learned how to paint with oils. Went to a local shop here in town in Morgan City. There was a local art shop, and this is back in the late 70s, I want to say. Late 70s. There was an art shop by a couple, and the man's name was Robert Greenwood. He was an excellent watercolorist. But he did classes for kids in oils. And back then, well, this is a little bitty town. There's not that much to choose from. Back then, we didn't have these craft paints, okay? If I would have had these craft paints when I was a kid, oh my God, the things I could have done. Because the only thing I could paint with was oil paints. And they're not exactly cheap. And they take forever to dry. And we didn't have much money. But my parents, especially my dad, he was really into art. And he really encouraged me in art. So he bought what he could. My dad was a good drawer too, but he liked to draw things like, he was a mechanic, and I would watch him sometimes. He would draw parts of the engine and things like that, just more mechanical looking drawings. Now this is burnt sienna I'm using. You don't have to use burnt sienna. You could use a medium brown, a light brown, you know, whatever brown you have that'll help you achieve the darker points of the skin tone that you're going for. Okay, I think I put too much glaze on there. Oh, now I put too much paint on there. That's okay. We're gonna fix that. And this is something you got to go back and forth, back and forth. This part with oils is a lot easier. But it also takes forever. It's kind of like a raccoon, like a mask. Like this. This is how you do it. Right here. Then you pick up some more flesh tone. And you start blending with a little bit of glaze. I always tend to not do the forehead as much. And so I have enough time to blend. I'm trying to go in as fast as I can. And if it doesn't look that great, no biggie. We'll go over it again. Okay, here I have some more flesh tone, and I'm going over this part to smooth those out. And I need some more squirt of flesh tone. And this is definitely the ugly stage. I promise you, she will look better. She will look better than that. I'm picking up some more of the flesh tone and blending it in right here. Blending right here. Underneath her nose, underneath her lips, oh, that's a little bit too much flesh tone I've picked up there. Put some more glaze on here. I go back and pick up some more of this brown. See, it's starting to blend. And this is good to do with an old scruffy brush that you can like scrub. Have like a scrubby brush. And I need some more glaze. And the whole secret is in the blending. Blendy, blendy, blendy. too light right here. Okay, I'm gonna get a smaller brush and work on her nose. The bridge of the nose is a lot lighter. And the nostrils. And here's when you start sculpting the nose. Don't be afraid to use your fingers too. Okay, this is right underneath her nose. We're gonna have a little diamond, not a diamond, a triangle, and her nostrils. There we go. And clean the brush and just put a very light to just blend in there. Blend, 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 blend. Blend, 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 blend. And don't put too much emphasis on what kind of brush you use. It's whatever brush that you're comfortable with and that you feel like you can control better. Use that brush. This is a Filbert. A Filbert has a round edge. And I like these round edges for doing like human faces because it's just a softer edge. Right here we got a nostril. And right here we got another nostril. But I'm more worried about the bridge of her nose right now. And I'm going with my left hand because this is, I don't want to turn the picture over. Your nose is looking a little wonky, but that's okay. Just keep working on it. I'm picking up some more flesh tone just to lighten up this part right here. And her nostrils kind of went out the way there. And her nose right here. And just a blend, 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 blend. The nose is starting to appear. This is just flesh tone. And now I'm going to mix the flesh tone with a little bit of white just to a lighter fresh tone. And she's going to have highlights right here, kind of like a mustache highlighted. And her chin. Here's, I'm going to wipe my brush. And while this is still wet, just kind of like blend, blend, blend. It's already drying up. Pick up some more flesh tone. Just enough to blend, 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 blend. More burnt sienna. Just putting back some shadows that I lost. Okay, let's see. Now, I'm going to pick up a little bit of red. And I mean a smidgen of red. And I'm going to mix it right here. See, I put a little bit of red. I'm going to mix it with the skin tone. And that's going to be her blush. I'm just going to pat it, pat, pat, pat. And then swirl it around. And while it's still wet, pick up some more flesh tone. And swirl it around. And then some more of this brown. I got some glaze right there too. Okay, now I'm going to pick up some more of this red and flesh tone. And do this cheek. See if I can do this with my left hand. It's just the way the shadows fall. Yeah. And just a little bit, like right here, you know, like when you just get a little sun-kissed cheeks. Pick up some more glaze. And now I'm going to pick up some white and start lightening this up. And blend, 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 blend. As you can see, this takes a little while to do. The more you do it, the better it comes out. And I don't like the way this red ended up on her bridge of a nose. And she's going to have a little spot there. And some white going up and down. White there. And blend, 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 blend. Now I'm going to do some yellow ochre. But first I'm going to paint her lips. Her lips need some color. And this is not going to be the final color. But I need, sometimes, just like when I put my own makeup on, I always put lipstick on. As soon as I'm finished with my foundation, I'll put lipstick on. Because it's kind of like the seal, you know. It helps visualize the whole process a little better. And I kind of painted this backwards. The top lip is going to be darker. It's going to be darker than the bottom lip. But we got the lips in place. Alright, I'm going to let that skin tone dry up a little bit. And I'm going back to the eyes. Oh, let's see. We're going to put a little bit of this yellow. What it is just going to give me a little bit of this, like a green color in here. And I might add some more of this blue too. This is a liquid acrylic that I like to use. It is Airbrush Colors by Createx. They're a little more affordable than the golden liquid acrylics. Okay. I'm going to do the pupils. Here's one. Well, let's hope I can make the other one look like that one. Oh, this eye is so much bigger. Okay, I think I got both pupils about the right size. Whew, I'm hot today. We've had a very, very warm winter. Everyone else is like freezing. People are freezing to death on the street, and here in Louisiana, it's hot again. Today has been muggy, raining. I would put the AC on, but my mom doesn't approve of that. I mean, I could put it on. She's sleeping. She don't know any better. In fact, I will. If you just maybe give me one little second. Just closing this eye a little bit right here. This is just, and then I need to close this eye right here. Just make it smaller. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna put the AC on for a little bit. Yes. Air. Air. Okay. I'm gonna put me a ponytail too. Alright. I usually mention in my videos, if you think this is going like really slow for you, just speed up the video. You can do that now. It's pretty neat. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna do eyebrow. Eyebrow. I'm using that burnt sienna for the eyebrows. I'm not very good at eyebrows, so this is what I do with the eyebrows. Just go bloop, 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 bloop. Little skinny eyebrows, I suppose. I could always go back later with Pip pen and draw in some hairs to look more natural. Did I mention this is for a group? It's a Facebook group called 29 Faces, and it's run by Ayala's Art, which is her YouTube channel is Love to Paint Ayala's Art. And she has a couple of groups that we have these challenges, and once a year for February we have 29 Faces of February. Now this year February is 28 days, so if you're actually doing all 29 faces, you're gonna have to do 2 in one day. But today's the 4th, well no, now it's the 5th, and I'm on face number 3, so I'm way behind. I'm not gonna worry too much about the 29 faces, and just try to get as many going, because the more you do, seriously, the more you do, the better you get. And this one, just a little bit right there. I like the way this side of the nose actually looks pretty good. This one don't. It sure don't. Nope, 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 nope. See if I can straighten up. Curl that a little bit. Right here, it's kind of lumpy. Okay, I need to remove some of this shadow. This is a Q-tip, and it's going to pick up a little bit of that and smear it. Oh yeah, that's better. And right here too. There's hardly any paint left on here. It's mostly glaze. Okay. Oh yeah, I was gonna do some yellow. You'd be surprised what a little bit of yellow will do to the skin color too. Okay. Yellow. And there's some yellow ochre. And I'm just gonna have some highlights of yellow here and yellow there, And some here. The yellow kind of gives you a, I don't know, a reflective look. Or you could do too much yellow. In that case, we'll go over it with some skin tone. And I'm going to have to blend that in a little bit better. There we go. This paper is getting very warped because it's nice and wet. I have some other junk behind it. And this paper wasn't originally gessoed. It just had another painting on top, and then I painted some more on top. I think gesso would probably have worked a little bit better, but I'm good. All right, now her eyes, her eyelids. Oh, still has some yellow in there. I'm not going to put no crazy eyeshadow colors, just natural tones. I'll just be in a darker tone right here. Time to check that camera, see if it's still recording. Yes, and we're going on 53 minutes. I think it's looking good. Yeah, it's looking good. Okay, I think that eyelid's fine. This one here. And got a little bit of brown. This is just glaze on here right now, and I just want to be able to blend with the smallest amount of brown paint right here. This just came out too dark. Just gonna go over it some more. And a little bit, some more of that dark. Put a little bit of glaze right here. And this is glazed burnt sienna. Just give it more of a translucent color. glaze. I'm glazing over and picking up a little bit of the burnt sienna, so it will blend here. And here on her, underneath her chin, she has a shadow. Blend this with the glaze. Mama T, stop that. That cat. She's always filing her nails on the door frame. Just blending some skin tone here where her neck is. All right, what else? I think I'm good. Gotta do those lips though. Lips, some red lips. All right, now the part I'm gonna do next, normally I do this with a pit pen, but my paint's not dry enough to use a pit pen. So I'm going to use a small brush, which really it should be smaller than this. I don't know what happens to my little brushes, my little teeny tiny ones. Ooh. Okay, here's a little teeny tiny one. Yeah. And these are liner brushes. I love liner brushes. And liner brushes, what you do is you, let's see, you get you some, say, black paint. Now this is cheap black paint, so it's very watery. But you want it more watery than that. So I'm going to spray a little bit of water. Okay. And it's going to give me like an inky consistency. So the brush, you kind of dip it in sideways and you rotate it and you pull it along, and it's going to give you a nice sharp line. Like that. See? This brush is a little bit too thick for what I want to use it, but it's going to have to do. And I'm going to make her eyeliner. And hopefully I can do the same thing with the other one. Okay. She's just gonna have some heavy eyeliner. But that's all right. Lashes, yeah. Girls gotta have some lashes. This liner brush gives you big lashes. Big lashes. Oh, we're gonna also, let's see. Here I'm gonna outline her iris. And like so. Kind of messed up right there, so I'm just gonna make that line heavier. And she's gonna have some bottom lashes. I'm not very good at making lashes, so don't laugh. Okay, here. Outline her iris. And it looks like this one needs to calm down a little bit more to look like this one. And when doing lashes, ooh, actually the ones on this side came out. I cannot do the right eye and the left eye exactly the same. So yeah, that's what it is. I'm gonna make this a little bit thicker here. And some lower lashes. Okay. This is some white paint, and here comes some highlights. Highlights, I'm gonna have 2 little points of highlights on her eye, on her pupils, directly on top of the pupils like that. And then we're gonna do some on the sides like this, because where all the reflection is. Now she's going to have a little bit of highlight on her nose, like right there, and maybe some little points, just very little, on top of the bridge of her nose. And she's going to have some highlights on the bottom of her lip. Now all these little details you could do with, well, the white, you would have to probably use a gel pen if you wanted. I have not had much luck with gel pens. I finally just, I gave it up. It's like, no, I'm done. No more gel pens. Okay, I'm going to use some brown with a little bit of black to darken right here. And this is her eye, I mean her lip. She's still not exactly what I had envisioned, but she looks a lot better than what she was. She looked like a lizard girl, the first one. And I had recorded that too, but like I said, my video went sideways on me, and I don't know how to fix that. I record everything with my phone. I have a little iPhone 6. And I think it does really good with videos. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a pause button. It doesn't have, like, you can't change, once a video starts, you can't change the orientation. You can't change from front camera to back camera. So, you can't pause it. Of all things, you cannot pause it. If I could just get a phone that has a pausing video, that would be great. All right, I'm gonna put a couple of little highlights right there on her lip, and some right here. And she's looking mighty cute. Those eyebrows could use some help. Let me see. Maybe I could, here's a brown pit pen. I'll just do some eyebrow hairs. There we go. Is that better? It's better to do this when the paint has completely dry through. Like, I would rather do this and, you know, wait a couple of more hours before doing this. But this is how it's going to be right now. Could ruin a pen by getting ink, paint on it. Alright, my girl looks good. So now with her hair, I started making her hair purple. Should I continue doing purple? I don't know. Let me see. Find a purple. Okay, this is a good purple. Is the Oxide purple, which is the only one I really like. And it comes out really dark, but it's not that dark. I mean, you can, it's very transparent. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take a big brush and just go around her face really good. There. Oh, that's black. Purple. All right, and then right here. Some more of this glaze just to get it going. See, it's a translucent paint. And I'll need some more glaze. And this is just glaze I'm putting down right here before I pick up some paint and run it through. Not the best at doing hair, but I can fake it. I used a lot of glaze this time. And a little bit more purple right here. The more glaze you use too, the thicker, the stickier it gets while it's drying. All right. That's the purple. I'm trying to hurry up and finish this. This video is going too long. And we're gonna do some yellow, purple and yellow. Oh, those are good colors. Purple, yellow, and green. She's gonna be my Mardi Gras lady. Yeah, I think that's what we call her. Mardi Gras lady. So let's see. But this is a bright yellow, and I'm just gonna go over the background with it, and the edges of her hair. But I'm also gonna load up my brush and do that. And just show how she's got streaks of yellow in her hair. Alright guys, I think that's gonna be it. Probably should outline. See, I tend to outline everything. Now this part right here, let me see. Without really cleaning my brush too much, I'm gonna pick up some purple with this yellow that I have on here. Let's see, and some glaze. And I just made a sharp edge, and I'm gonna just kind of throw it right here. Just to give her a sharper look around her chin. Purple, I don't know why, but a purple with a little bit of yellow makes this weird brownish color that I like. Okay, this is some more fresh tone. Oh, had too much purple on my brush. And what in the world is this right here? Gotta get rid of that. There we go. All right. And that's it. And that is my Mardi Gras lady. I haven't done a face that big in a while. I think she looks cute. So give me a thumbs up and press that subscribe button. And thank you for watching. Bye-bye.